When Audioslave burst onto the music scene in 2002 with its self-titled debut album, they were an instant smash hit. The rock supergroup consisted of former Rage Against the Machine members Tom Morello, Brad Wilk, and Tom Comerford. And added to that, you had the addition of former Soundgarden lead singer and guitarist Chris Cornell. And this all added up to make Audioslave. Following up from its self-titled release, Audioslave went on to release two further records, Out of Exile in 2005 and Revelations in 2006, before the band called it quits. But did you know about the rumor how Chris Cornell maybe wasn't the first pick to be Audioslave's singer? Maybe the first pick for Audioslave's lead singer was Layne Staley. At least, that's how the story goes. Now, Layne Staley's old friend, whose name is Morgan Gallagher, claimed in an interview that Staley was invited by Rage Against the Machine members to audition for their new project, Audioslave. Gallagher also stated that he saw Layne in 2001, remembering that these were the years that hardly anybody saw Layne. He was kind of in hibernation at that time, right? And sightings of the former Alice in Chains lead singer at that time were quite rare. But Morgan stated that he saw Staley at this time and that he was feeling okay, and that Staley was even considering to go have an audition for Audioslave. The official narrative from Staley's friend goes like this. That day we were talking and he said he had gotten a call from the old Rage Against the Machine members and they were putting together a new project and they wanted him to audition. He said he was going back to treatment and then going to LA to do the audition in a couple of months. He never made it, so Chris Cornell went and got the job. Now, Audioslave and Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello has somewhat rebutted this statement. Morello and Staley were good friends and they would play guitar and sing together, but Tom Morello did once mention on Twitter that Staley never auditioned for Audioslave. But what isn't clear is that whether or not Layne Staley in actual fact was the first option to be the lead singer for Audioslave. And if indeed that story is true and Layne did have that option to become the new lead singer, then we could have got a completely different sounding Audioslave. Nothing against Chris Cornell, of course, damn, he was awesome. But if Layne did get the gig, we could have got an Audioslave that sounded a little something like this.
Take another hit. Take another hit. Take another hit. Take another hit.
Something I put together there, having Layne's vocal track going over an Audioslave music part. So having Chris Cornell as the singer of Audioslave, of course, flawless, perfect, no problem. But having Layne sing on it too, that would have just been a total different beast unto itself. That would have worked too, right? But that's the story, guys. Those are the claims that Layne Staley's old friend has made. So Staley clearly never auditioned for Audioslave. Nobody's saying that, but the story is that he certainly had the first chance to, but he just couldn't make it because he was in rehab and stuff like that, so pretty interesting stuff if it's true, right? And just incidentally, if Layne Staley had have got the gig for Audioslave, they probably wouldn't have been called Audioslave because that name, that title, Chris Cornell actually came up with that, so you would have had like a completely different band. A different name, a new sound. What could have been, huh? But as always, thanks guys for tuning into the video. Be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll catch you next time.